Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to my sewing room. I'm Stephanie. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel today. It's Friday Sews. Now, Friday Sews is a little bit of sewing, a little bit of life. I got this idea from Jen in Jen's sewing room. Take a look at her channel. And also, hashtag Friday Sews. You can find a whole bunch of people who talk about it all. So if you ever think, man, I wish I had a sewing buddy, Friday Sews. That's what sewing buddies, that's what it is. I already made this video. It was going to be on time. It's one of my goals to have my Friday Sews up in the morning at California time. And I filmed it. I was like on target. Like I had my list, I filmed it, and I was looking at it, and I wanted to show off this dress. It's kind of a tunic. It's a tunic top. So it's a slash between a dress and a tunic. You really need leggings with it. It's another Laura dress by Rebecca Page. It is the pattern that I made with Michelle Sews Again. We had a collab and she made the dress length and I made the tunic length. That's why we look so different. And I want to make the dress length, but I just didn't have a piece of fabric I wanted to use for it that had enough. This is 2 yards and the dress length I would have needed a half a yard more. So I opted to make another tunic. So I made this tunic, filmed my Friday Sews, and I just felt I hated the neckline. So I didn't even edit my video. I just stopped and changed my neckline and made it into a V. It's not perfect because it had a gap right here. And I didn't notice it on the first two dresses because that was slinky fabric and it just laid really well. But this is a little bit more structured, even though it's a stretch knit. And so I had this gap right here and I just hate that. I hate stuff around my neck not working out. So this worked out good, but I still have about an inch too much right there. So I need to watch a bunch of YouTubes to figure out how to fix that. There's no set in shoulder, so I don't know how to fix that. I just don't. So if you can help me, I would love that. I'm happy with this V-neck. So I made my video and I switched out my neckline because I was just mad. You know, I was mad at this neck. And then I was going to edit my video and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to take a picture of me in this dress. And if I do that, the neckline's changed. And you're going to be like, that doesn't look the same. You guys are too observant to not notice that this dress was not the dress I was in that video. So I scrapped the whole video and said, I'll just film it on Friday. Here I am. So that's why I didn't have a video out early this morning. And I'm actually happy because I just didn't feel like I was uncomfortable in that whole video because that neck was, I felt like I needed to fix it constantly. Whereas this one, I don't need to fix. Even though I still feel like it has a little gape right there, I don't need to fix it. It's fine. And I love this pattern. I feel like I could just wear this. It's my lifestyle. I could just wear this and wear this and wear this. And I feel like for the summer, the dress length might be really cute. So I do want to make it out of woven. I do want to make it a dress length. So that's on my list. My long list of things I want to make. Okay, looking at my list. This is the designer fabric from Hearts Fabric. I cut it. You know how sometimes you're like, that's too good to cut. It was too good to cut and I did it anyway. And there was hardly any waste on this because it really used up most of the fabric. I have a few scraps and I'm saving them because if I need some kind of little patch pocket or something, I love this fabric so much. It has black and blue, but a lot of brown. It is a cool brown. If you know about colors, I'm a cool. And if you want to see Hale's more videos, she talks a lot about colors. And I want to go more into that too in another video. But I wouldn't say brown is my best color, but this is a nice cool brown. And I'm loving it. It gives me those 70s vibes, and I'm a 70s girl. Class of 77, people. And I wore big earrings for that whole 70s vibe. Just love that. So, okay, let's see. What else for sewing? Working on another collab, and just did my test to see the fit, and I think this is going to be super cute. So, mom's a word on that. It's coming soon, but I have been busy. I'm sewing other things that I can't tell you about. Did you see my Sew Frugal video? I'm glancing up at my list. I have a list. My Sew Frugal video, I'm really excited about that because I struggled. I struggled to make that video. I kept thinking, I'm just gliding through. I need this to be a challenge. So I hope you have seen that video. Let me know what you think about that. I'm really excited to do that. And thank you guys for your help in figuring out how to download some of these patterns. I haven't tried it yet, but I really appreciate the advice, and I'm going to go through the comments and find those pieces of advice and try to get the patterns I want. Okay, so Farrell. Sewing. So I have a lot of ideas that I want to make, and I have a long list, but I'm giving you a sneak peek of Sunday's video. This is one of my fabulous t-shirts. But I want you to come back Sunday and see. I'm going to show you some fun ideas that I had to customize and do some different things with any t-shirt pattern. That's the video, which I will be filming right after this, so I promise, but hey, it hasn't happened yet. On the personal home front, we spent some time in the garden. I always said, I've lived here in this house for over 30 years. And I know because my son was 1 and he's 34. So I just know by his birthday how long we've lived here. This is the house my husband grew up in, and it's on property in the mountains of Northern California. So way out in the middle of nowhere. A lot of pine trees, a few oak trees. It's gorgeous. I don't ever want to leave. I just sit in this house and walk around my house, and that's all I need. And with the price of gas, that's all I get to do. Don't even get me started on that. I have a gas guzzler, and it's just, I love my car, but it takes a lot of gas to go anywhere. So I haven't been doing that as much, and I don't mind. I don't mind. So with that, more things to do around the house, and one of them is gardening. So I was looking out my sewing room window. I'll put a picture so you can see the view out of my sewing room window. It is stunning, but it's always just been full of brush and weeds and bushes. And then there's a little garden area where tulips and daffodils come up that were already planted before me. So my mother-in-law lived in this house before me, and she planted a bunch of stuff, and some of it survived and doesn't need, I can't kill it, so it keeps coming back up. The daffodils are about to bloom, and it's going to be amazing. And I thought, I just need all that brush cleared out so I can think about planting some other things in there. And so hubby cleared it out, and I'm excited. We did do a little gardening project 2 years ago, and each year we've tried to plant something that survives, and nothing has yet. A couple of them have. Things that deer won't eat and gophers won't eat, because those are the two things that are eating. I'm just providing beautiful desserts to them. So got to work on that. I've got some gardening friends that are going to help me figure it out. And so he cleaned out all the brush, and then I said, wow, that didn't seem hard for him. It's hard for me. He had to use the shovel and get some of those roots out, and there's still more to go. But I saw another area during our entry coming up our deck, and I said, can you clear that out of those sticker bushes? And he did. So more to come. See what happens. We were just clearing it out, and I'm like, in all the years we've lived here, why haven't we done this before? It's like, I don't know, just this staying at home, it just makes you focus more on things that, you know, I mean, this place is going to be a palace by the time I die. I'll leave it for someone else to enjoy. So a lot of gardening, and then I put up some Easter decor. Easter's my favorite. Look around. I love Easter colors. How did these pastels become Easter colors, I wonder? I'm gonna have to Google that. But I love, my whole house could just be an Easter house full year round. I just love those happy, cheerful colors. So I put up a little bit of Easter on my hearth, and I want to show you a little picture. Please don't look, it's really dirty. We're still doing fires here. It's still winter, and we heat our upstairs with a fireplace, and always have. And so we have a little wall heater, but the fire is just nice. It keeps it nice and toasty. And we have a lot of wood that needs to get burned up from our property. So I want to finish with Ukraine. We had talked about it in my last video, my last Friday Sews video, about going on Etsy and purchasing from specifically stores in Ukraine that are offering digital downloads. And I gave a few of my favorites, and I just wanted to give you a little update on that. Hold on. So one out of the 5 purchases I made, one of them actually connected with me and just thanked me and said, pray for Ukraine. And I wrote her back, and I mentioned that if you haven't seen it, go watch last week's Friday Sews and you'll see. But I wanted to give you the last update. I said, Yulia, I'm still praying for the safety of you and your family. I'm hoping that your Etsy shop is getting some extra attention today. I mentioned it on my YouTube channel. We are all looking for ways we can help, and shopping Ukraine businesses just seemed like a good way. Good luck, heart, heart, heart. And I thought I would just let her know in case it was like a slew of you. And apparently, well, let me read it. She replied right away. We try not to lose heart and support each other. Your words and support are greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. I send you love and a heart. And then, so that was at, I don't know what time that was, but literally less than an hour later, I get another message. Dear Stephanie, I want to thank you for supporting my family during this difficult time. In my store, people started buying patterns based on your recommendation on your YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your kindness, Yulia. And praying hands and a heart. And I said, that's just the best news ever. I'm so happy to hear that. I know it's a small thing, but I know that we're all praying for peace. So I just wanted to update you. She's so appreciated and is so grateful for all of you. And the ones that haven't been replying, they just don't know. They don't know we're doing it on purpose, or maybe they're figuring it out. But it doesn't matter, because every little bit helps. And, you know, you always wonder when you're, like, if you're donating, is it going to the people? You know, that kind of thing. And this is going to a person. And it's just nice to know. So I thought I'd give you that little update. Okay. Is that everything? So now I can take a picture of this dress to show you. Please come back and watch my Sunday video on my t-shirts. And thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I've enjoyed this chat with you. And I will see you in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe and the thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye now. Bye now.